Hi friends, welcome to this video tutorial. This video is the first part of nursery layout. It will cover basics of plant nursery, types of plant nursery, objective, scope and importance of plant nursery with regional examples. So first of all, let us understand what is the definition of the plant nursery. See, it's a French word nourrice, which means care. So that means the plant nursery is one where you care the plants. It's a demarcated area where you propagate young plants and trees, and their plants are grown to desired age and size, raising stock for sale and transplanting. That means your plant nursery definition is a demarcated area where you propagate plants of desired age and size, and they are raised for sale, and then they are ultimately transplanted and taken to the field for final transplantation. Or we can also define nursery is a managed site designed to produce seedlings grown under favorable conditions, raised and nourished until they are ready for transplanting at a permanent place in a field. So as the word suggests, you are raising a plant, nourishing a plant as a seedling, and then you are selling it to be transplanted elsewhere permanently in a field. Nurseries propagate plants either sexually or asexually. So that means they can be propagated either by seeds or by means of vegetative propagations. The nurseries which are being made can be for fruits, vegetables, ornamentals, or flowers, forestry, medicinal, or aromatic plants. Let us see, first of all, try to understand nursery business falls under the category of a high risk venture. Why it falls under a high risk venture? Because it is labor intensive. It requires a huge capital investment for land, infrastructure, and instrumentation. That's why it's considered as a high risk venture. There's a nursery where you will see that you need a land, you need equipments, you need infrastructure, greenhouse, and all this for the successful operations of the nurseries. What are the objectives of plant nursery? The main objective is it has a role in artificial regeneration of species, because some species are there which cannot be raised by means of seeds directly, and that is their normal regeneration. Such species under nursery can be raised, that's called as the artificial regeneration, under controlled conditions. Plant material of desirable size at a right time. So you are getting a plant material at the time when you need it for planting and of desirable size. Helps to grow plant seedlings at a cheaper cost to maintain superior quality of plants. The objective of the nursery is that you always maintain the superior quality. You reject the inferior quality, you promote the superior quality only. And to raise sufficient quantities of planting stocks, to raise healthy and disease-free stocks, to raise plants of desired species, raise seedlings of plants which fail to produce seeds annually. There are some plants which are not producing seeds annually. Suppose we have a conifer, it takes from seed formation to seed germination 3 years. but every year you see the seedlings are available. That's only because of the plant nurseries which are growing them. Otherwise, they fail to produce seeds annually. So this is the main objective. Artificial regeneration, desirable size at a right time, superior quality, disease-free, and that bulk quantity, and also helps in raising slow-growing species. Because in field, there will be a competition for those species. Under controlled conditions, under nursery conditions, they will be helped to grow. So that's why we say nursery helps raising slow growing species. Provide grown up tall plants for roadside avenue plantations. Introduction of exotic and tropical plants to achieve ecosystem restoration, to establish agroforestry. By agroforestry, we mean you integrate trees and shrubs on farmland and rural landscape to enhance productivity, profitability, diversity, and ecosystem sustainability. Also, with the help of these nurseries, the thrust is on urban plantation. You can grow traditional and culturally significant plants. These are the objectives of the plant nursery. What is the scope of plant nursery? First is easy availability of planting material. At the beginning of a planting season, you have readily available seedlings whenever the planting season is there. It saves time, resource, and efforts of the farmers to raise seedlings, because seedlings are being raised in nursery. Role in horticultural development, production of genetically pure nursery stock. There are employment opportunities. Employment opportunities for technical, skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled laborers. And it is also considered plant nursery is a boon for sundry industry, like they provide pots, seeds, germplasm, growing medium, fertilizers, weedicides, and other chemicals. And the scope of the plant nursery is it is a remunerative enterprise, is offering great financial returns. Establishment of orchards, ornamental gardens with minimum care, cost, and maintenance. So overall, the scope is that it is a remunerative enterprise, it provides employment opportunities, and it provides the easy availability of planting material. This is the scope of the plant nursery. What is the importance of a nursery, plant nursery? So it helps to raise and maintain large number of plants per unit area, improve germination percentage, to reduce seed requirement compared to direct sowing in the field, because there are every chances of when you compare the direct sowing and the sowing under nursery conditions, there can be the loss of seeds in direct sowing. Seedling management with minimum care, cost, and maintenance. Manipulation of growing conditions for plants. They can be taken in greenhouses where conditions can be manipulated. Better and uniform crop growth in the main field, because you are taking the seedlings which are of the same size, same age, and then in the field you will have a uniform crop growth. Promote off-season sowing of seeds, because you can sow the seeds under those conditions when the seeds can be dormant in the field. Allows additional time for preparatory tillage in the main plot, because you are growing the seedlings in nursery and you are getting the proper time for preparatory tillage in the main plot. Effective land usage by reducing duration of crop in the main field. Easy management of insect pests, disease, and weeds in a nursery as compared to the direct sowing or open field sowing, and there is a difference between the two. So this falls under the importance of the nursery. So there is a improvement in the germination percentage. There can be an easy management of insect pests, disease and weeds. So nursery, who will be a nursery operator? A successful nursery operator should have a passion for ornamental plants, should have a passion for plants, not ornamental only, all types of plants, should be knowledgeable about plant propagation, endowed with good marketing and good management skills. So a successful nursery operator should have these qualities. This is one of the nurseries, Sabzar nurseries at the Bugam near Chadora, Bugam district. The Riaz nurseries, which are successful entrepreneurs in Kashmir Valley. Categorization of plant nurseries. Two types based on the time duration, temporary and permanent. Temporary nursery is a small sized nursery laid up near the planting site to fulfill the requirement of a season or a targeted project, maintained for supplying stock for a short period. It is temporary in nature. You are making a nursery near the plantation site, and then when the plantation is done, you abandon it, usually abandoned after supplying stock to a particular area. Seedlings of vegetables, flowers, and forest plants are propagated in temporary nurseries also. And you will see the advantage of it is there is a negligible mortality, and mortality rate is less, and transplantation shock is less, because you are taking a seedling which is within the plantation area. No transportation is needed, so transplantation shock is less, and there is the less mortality rates also. So temporary nurseries are of temporary in nature. Permanent nursery is placed permanently to produce plants continuously. These nurseries have all the permanent features. Plants kept for a long duration till they are sold out. It covers a large area, needs intensive management and supervision, established in an area where all the facilities are available. There should be an easy supervision, communication facilities should be available, labor should be available. So it requires infrastructure like office, store, mother blocks, nursery beds, irrigation facilities, protected structures, electricity, transportation facilities, packing yard, manure and machinery sheds. So that means a permanent nursery is one which is of permanent nature. That should have an infrastructure to cater. Nurseries as per type of plants grown. You have fruit plant nurseries, vegetable nurseries, ornamental plant nurseries, medicinal aromatic plant nurseries, forest plant nursery. So these are the different nurseries. We will discuss them one by one with some regional examples also. Fruit plant nurseries. In these nurseries, seedlings and cuttings of rootstock, budded plants, grafts, layers, and cuttings of high quality fruit trees are raised and conserved. So you have a rootstock there. You also have a scion there, that is the graft is there, and then you can they can be raised and they can be conserved there. So usually maintains the mother blocks of different fruit crops, used as a scion material, also maintains and raises high density crops. This time there is a craze for and the demand for high density crops, especially in the apple and other fruit trees. So there are temperate fruit crops which can be raised in nurseries like apple, almond, walnuts, pears, cherries, and apricot. Tropical fruit crops, mango, citrus, and lychee, papaya, and guava. These are some of the fruits which are grown in tropical areas as well as in the temperate areas. So fruit plant nurseries are those which are propagating the plants which are basically the fruit crops. Fruit plant nurseries vis-a-vis J&K, fruit nurseries run by horticulture department in J&K, there are 138 nurseries. Kashmir has 70, Jammu has 68. They are accredited by NHB, that is NHB, which is called as National Horticultural Board. Jammu so far has accredited 30 and Kashmir has 20. There are also private nurseries, 307 accredited 168. The fruit crops grown in Kashmir: apple, almonds, walnuts, pears, cherries and apricot. The fruit crops grown in Jammu: mango, stress, lychee, papaya, guava, etc. So the fruits of J&K have a worldwide fame because of its quality and taste. Estimated area and fruit production year 2018 to 19, area in hectares and production in metric tons. Kashmir, area under fresh fruit is 161,401 hectares. Production is 195,631. Area under dry fruits is 51,643 hectares. And the production is 205,405. In Jammu, area under fresh fruits is less, 79278. Production is 169,251. Area under dry fruit is 39263 and production is 84433 metric tons. So there is a distinction between the Kashmir and the Jammu as per their climate also. These are some of the fruits which are grown in J&K. The common examples which are here, which have a worldwide fame because of their taste and their quality. The second nursery is the vegetable nurseries, a place where vegetable seedlings are grown before transplanting them in the main plot. See, there are some vegetables which fail to grow by direct sowing in the field. So what is the need? Seedlings of such vegetables are raised in the nursery and transplanted in the main plot. Examples of vegetables raised in nursery: tomato, cauliflower, cabbage, brinjal, capsicum, nolcol, onions, broccoli, celery and kale are raised in the nursery because they cannot be directly sown. That's why they are first grown in the nurseries and then their seedlings are planted. Seedlings of hybrid varieties of many vegetables are also raised in polybags for sale to farmers. So this time there is a craze for hybrid varieties of vegetables. They are also raised in polybags in nursery and then they are sold to the farmers for further planting. Vegetable cultivation in Kashmir, gross area 48160.92 hectares. Net area is 22517.96 hectares. Production 1539.59 metric tons. Annual value 3079.174 crore. Population 78,45,519. Total requirement of vegetable is 900.74. Total production 1539. So we have a surplus of this much of metric tons. Revenue generation from surplus is 1.1277.67 crores. Note, World Health Organization recommendations is 400 grams per day per head. But you'll be surprised, Kashmiris consume 300 grams per day per head. That's why we have a surplus of the vegetables available in Kashmir Valley. So these are some of the nurseries which are growing the vegetable plants, vegetable seedlings in Kashmir as well as in Jammu. The next nursery is the ornamental plant nurseries. In this nursery, seedlings of flowering plants are raised. Ornamental and floricultural crops are numerous, propagated either through vegetative means, example gladiolus, coronation, roses, lilies, chrysanthemum, etc. Or they can be propagated through seeds and seedlings as aster, marigold, salvia, petunia, and pansy, portulaca, calendula. These are some of the prominent ornamental or flowering plants. Ornamental plant nurseries, they grow plants primarily for its beauty, color, aesthetic, or for decorative purposes. Common ornamental features include leaves, scent, fruit, stem, and bark. Different kinds of ornamental plants which are grown can be trees, shrubs, annuals, perennials, ground cover, grasses, bulbs, etc. So the ornamental plant nurseries are basically growing for beauty, color, aesthetics, and decorative purposes. These are some of the nurseries in Jammu and Kashmir. Shri Lakshmi Nursery, Gandhinagar, Jammu, Baba Nursery, the Green City Nursery Consultancy, Hussain Nursery at Jammu, and these are some of the nurseries which are available, which are growing plants, ornamentals at Srinagar. Medicinal and aromatic plants nurseries. So in this nursery, plants with great economic value, rare and medicinal and herbal plants are raised. So raise medicinal and aromatic plants, MEPs. Herbal drugs used for therapeutic, aromatic, and in cosmetics. Medicinal plants are used in health foods and other natural health products. There's a state medicinal plant board which acts as a nodal agency, which provide guidelines of National Medicinal Plants Board, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Its aim is conservation and development of medicinal plants in Jammu and Kashmir. The Jammu and Kashmir has a rich source of medicinal plants as a resourceful state with medicinal plants. So a high-tech nursery at Botanical Garden Srinagar has been established. It has so far propagated 10 high commercial value plants and which have been propagated for distribution to the farmers. As I said, Kashmir is rich in medicinal plants. These are the medicinal plants propagated: Picrorhiza, Viola, Susurelapa, Rehmimodai, Podophyllum Podophyllum hexandrum, and Lavandula officinalis. These are the medicinal plants which are growing in Jammu and Kashmir. They have rich medicinal properties, and now they are growing in the wild. They are being propagated and cultivated and are being provided to the farmers for further propagation. As I said, J&K is rich in medicinal plants. J&K has a 571 medicinal plants. These are some of the medicinal plants, Podophyllum, and this is the Podophyllum, and these are the different types of the medicinal plants which are growing in the valley. Forest plant nursery. Forest nursery is a managed area designated to produce tree seedlings and plants for eventual planting out. A production unit that grows planting stock of forest trees and shrubs, or a nursery used for cultivation of planting material of forest woody trees and shrubs. Seedlings of plants useful for forestation, afforestation, like pine, deodara, oak, teak, eucalyptus, and these are helpful for artificial restoration of forests and afforestation. So forest plant nurseries are focused on producing the forest trees and shrubs. Forest plant nursery is scenario in Kashmir, number of nurseries and the hectares. See, number of nurseries is 190. Area under nurseries in hectares is 247.43. Plants produced in lakhs 79.12. Plants supplied lakhs 21.23. Source forest divisions. These are the different nurseries. As you will see, these are coniferous nurseries, growing pines, deodara, and other. These are the protected nurseries. So these are the nurseries, different nurseries. Sindh Forest Division, Deodara Nurseries, Nandpur Nursery, Navshara Forest Division, and this is a Lidar Forest Division. These are the nurseries which are being run by the government agencies, and the aim is to provide the saplings for forestation as well as afforestation. Now let us come to the basic point now. Nurseries according to the sale and specialization. There are 8 types of the nurseries. We'll discuss them one by one. Wholesale nursery, retail nursery, private nursery, specialized nursery, landscape nursery, propagation nursery, mail order nursery, agency nursery. These are the nurseries according to the sale and specialization. Wholesale nurseries, as the name signifies, they are selling their stocks in bulk. They are grand nurseries. The land requirement ranges from 10 to 20 hectares. Selling products to small nurseries, commercial gardeners, landscape contractors, selling stocks in bulk. Specialize in particular groups of plants. They'll be selling limited number of products, growing plants in large quantities. The grower assured of market guarantee and a good price. They are always nearer to highway system or nearby truck or rail lines. Their location should be always, because when you will see the layout of the nurseries, you will see the nurseries should be always nearer to the highway system or nearby truck or rail lines for their transportation, because you are dealing with the livestock. These are some of the wholesale nurseries: Shafat Nursery, Shaheen Nursery, Mir Brothers Fruit Nursery, Pulwama Nursery, Kukarnag, and this is the Riyaz Nurseries. These are the nurseries which are dealing only in some products. As you see, this is the nursery dealing in the high density crops, especially apple. So they are the wholesale nurseries. What are the retail nurseries? They are also called as the garden center. Small nurseries growing plants on limited acreage. Also purchase plants from wholesale nurseries. Sold nursery products to general public. Cater to local homeowners and to landscape contractors. Specialize in small ornamentals and annual seedlings. Maintain a small stock of plants of wide variety. So as I said, they are garden centers. They sell in limited numbers, but they have a variety because they have to sell it to the consumer. And they should also have a display which is called as the sales yard. As a garden center, they also sell garden implements like pots, hanging baskets, container plants, moss stick, germplasm, that's seeds, fertilizers, organic and inorganic, fungicides, herbicides, and other landscaping material. That means they have a sales yard and they also sell these implements to the customers. These are some of the nurseries which are in Srinagar: Yimrzal Nurseries, Green Street Nursery, Color Trends, Earth and Art, One Post Nurseries, Garden Flower Nurseries, Navpura, Rainbow Upling Nursery. These are the nurseries which are growing in the different M.A. Elson Industries, Tape Plant, Nishat. The nurseries which are selling their products on retail basis. Private nurseries. Plants grown exclusively for a single client. Owned either by the client or under contract for use by the client. Clients include large estates, corporations and institutions. So They are selling also, they are making the product for a large scale, but it is client based. They are called as the private nurseries. They are not giving to the local people. They are only giving to the large estates, corporations, and institutions. They are under contract. Specialized nurseries deal in high demand varieties, regional market, production of fruit saplings, vegetable seedlings, or forest plants, annual plantation target in the area, as per real estate expansion and gardening habits among the population. Also provide specialty services in building and maintenance of lawns and parks. Now see the specialized nurseries. They follow the regional market. They provide fruit saplings, vegetable seedlings, and forest plants. They give a service also. They provide specialty services in building and maintenance of lawns and parks. And their target is they see the real estate expansion and gardening habits among the population. Their target area is that. They make a target annual plantation target in the area. They are called as the specialized nurseries. These are some of the specialized nurseries. See, natural apricot seedling, Traders Private Limited, Kulgam. Red Kashmiri rose plants, basically in Pune, but selling the red roses there of the Kashmiri roses. Kiwi plantation, International Info Resource Center, Srinagar. And white Kashmiri rose growing in Pune. These are specialized nurseries. They are dealing in specialized products. Landscape nurseries. As the name signifies, they provide landscape services, design assistance, execution, planting and after planting services to homeowners located in suburban areas. They conduct business within 50 miles radius of its location. Grow or buy design specific plants from wholesale or retail nurseries. So they buy design specific plants. They provide landscape services. So they buy design specific plants from wholesale as well as retail nurseries. And at this time, landscape nurseries are high in demand because of the expansion, because of more urbanization and more constructions, house buildings. So they are high in demand. Agency nursery sells stock to a public or a private sector through commission agents. City centric, work in close liaison with other nurseries of the region. So they are private, they are basically they sell their stock to public or private but through commission agents. They don't have any nursery, but they are only they work as a close liaison with other nurseries of the region. They provide the services. They are called as the agency nurseries. Propagation nurseries, as the name signifies, they only propagate the material, produce massive plant material, use seeds or cuttings for their propagation, either through seeds or through cuttings. Supply to small or big nurseries because they have a huge production. Propagation nurseries. They produce plants, only they propagate plants. They specialize in few crops or grow a wide range of plant material. Sold rooted cuttings, sold seedlings, container grown or field grown ornamentals. So they are called as the propagation nurseries. They can sell their product, these rooted cuttings or seedlings, to the wholesalers as well as to the retailers. They are called as propagation nurseries. The last one is called as the mail order nurseries, or now they are named as online shopping. Selling their product online to customers, consumers, located in remote areas having inexpensive land, sufficient skilled and semi-skilled laborers, irrigation facilities, and good transportation system. So basically, the nursery is located in urban area, in the remote areas, but they have all the facilities. The business depends primarily on a catalog displaying the stock for sale. Due to internet, mail order from catalog shifted to online shopping. You see today, Amazon is also giving, Snapdeal is also giving the plants. They are called as the mail order. Now they are called the online shopping is there. Customers book their order from a catalog and receive plant material through mail or parcel service primarily handled through third-party shipping agents. This is the advancement in the nurseries. They have the nursery, they have the facilities, but they are selling their stock through online internet. They are called as the mail order nurseries. In Kashmir, we also have the flower world, Kashmiri flowers, Lal Chowk, Wani flowers. They send the flowers, ornamentals on order during the birthday functions or other functions also. So we have seen here during this video, we have seen what we mean by the nursery, what are the types of what is the scope and importance and objective of the nursery, and what are the different types of the nurseries depending upon the plant material, and the types of the nurseries on the basis of their sale and service. Hope this video will help you in understanding the basics in nursery and gardening. Feel free to subscribe the channel Green Treasure mentioned at the beginning. Goodbye till the next video. Be happy and be safe. Thank you for watching this video.